everyone! So today I'm going to be explaining this nasty picture right here. This actually isn't a clickbait image that I just found randomly on Google. This is a picture of me. Yes, that disgusting purple shit right there, that's my face. This was back in 2012 when I was still doing cheer, and I was a level 5 on a junior team, so that meant I was the highest level you could be, but I was with littler girls, so they were all a lot younger than me for the most part. And we were practicing for one of our most important competitions. It was coming up, and it was one of our last practices, and we had just upped the difficulty on one of our stunts in our pyramid, which most of you probably don't know anything about cheerleading, but the pyramid is when all the stunts come together and make one really big stunt. I don't know if that makes sense. I'll show you right here. I have a video of it from a competition where I didn't get kicked in the face, where we actually did it perfectly. So yeah, instead of falling into my arms like she was supposed to, the girl in the middle who was holding two girls on the side's hands who was helping them flip, she for some reason lost her balance or she freaked out or something, and she pulled her arm in while holding my girl's hand while she was in the middle of her backflip. So instead of going straight and falling into the cradle like she was supposed to, like we did beautifully in that routine, if you didn't notice, instead she went sideways and came flying towards me, and her shoe just flew around and came right into my face, and she kicked my freaking cheek jaw bone thing in. I don't know what it's called. Whatever this bone is, like in between your eye socket and your cheek. Yeah. Oh, whoa. No. Okay. Obviously, even though I got kicked, I still caught her. If you don't catch your flyer, they can potentially, like, break their neck and die. That's actually happened before, so safety was emphasized to the max at our gym. Like, if you dropped your flyer, you had to condition for, like, hours at a time. It was that serious. So after I caught her, I set her down, and I immediately fell over and, like, didn't continue my routine. And from the angle that I was standing at, or leaning over at, my coach couldn't see my eyes, so he couldn't see the purple huge golf ball that was erupting from my face. So I can't really blame him because he didn't know it was as bad as he thought it was. So he got mad at me and he was like, "Oh, come on, Aliciya, you're supposed to finish the routines." Because if you get kicked in the middle of a routine at a competition, like, you have to keep going. You don't get a second chance. You don't get to stop. I couldn't have fallen over at a competition. That's why he was so upset. So he made me get up and do it again, even though my eye was completely swollen shut. Obviously, he couldn't see that, but I was literally mortified. I had to do this stunt again and throw this girl in the air again, hoping to God that she just didn't kick me in the face again and break my face even worse. Like, I honestly don't know what would have happened if she would have kicked me again. Like, my face could be destroyed, like completely destroyed from that. Cause one blow to the eye is enough for me. I really did not need it to happen again. So I was terrified, but I got up and I did it again. Even though I couldn't see anything, I literally threw her up in the air with my eyes closed. She didn't kick me in the face, thankfully. But right after I was done, I set her down, and he saw my eye and he was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, I didn't see that. I couldn't see that you were that badly injured." I was like, "No fucking shit, maybe you should look at someone after they get kicked in the face." So yeah, I got kicked in the face by my flyer, and that's where that nasty bruise came from. And the worst part wasn't even getting kicked in the face. It wasn't even it happening. It wasn't even having the bruise. It was all the people who made fun of me at school for it. So normally you're not allowed to wear sunglasses in school, but when I went to school, my teachers saw, oh, look at all their teammates. Wow. My teachers saw, obviously, how hurt I was and how messed up my face looked, and they said that I could wear sunglasses. But unfortunately, my eye was puffed out so far that when I put them on, they would just fall off my face because my cheek was further out than my nose was. So it would just, my sunglasses would just fall off my face. So I had to, like, walk around school like this because I was just so embarrassed. And then in my last period, literally the 7th hour, the last period of the day, I get to science class. I made it through the day with my freaking huge busted up face. And in this particular science class, I sat next to my friend Quincy, who happens to be black. And my other friend Ryan was late to class, and when he came in, he looked at me and he said, "Hey, look at that black guy." Everybody in the class started laughing, and then he proceeded to sing "Eye of the Tiger," and everyone chimed in. Literally everyone chimed in. I don't think they were necessarily doing it to make fun of me, but they just thought what he said and the song was funny. but I was obviously mortified because I looked like fucking trash, and they were making fun of me and singing Eye of the Tiger and saying, hey, look at that black eye, like, oh. It was just not a good experience, and that lasted for at least 2 weeks. Like, it didn't go down for a while, and after it went down, it turned so many different colors. Like, I had a fucking rainbow on my face from this bruise. It was so disgusting. But yeah, now you guys know about the time I got kicked in the face by like an 8-year-old, and she did that to me. I got kicked in the face by a little Chinese girl, and she did that much damage. Straight up backflip to the cheekbone. It was awful. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't have the greatest memory, so there are times where I'll just remember random things like this that have happened in my past. Obviously, that one I didn't forget because there's pictures of my face and it was very traumatic. But there's other funny experiences that I've had that I think about sharing with you guys and that I want to share with you guys. And I like telling stories, so if you guys enjoyed this and you want to hear more stories of shit that's happened in my life, please feel free to leave a thumbs up. You know it would mean a lot to me. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!